So good afternoon, everyone. We're dealing with unit number 3, technical communication. So today we're going to talk about negotiation skills. So what we basically know as bargaining in our routine life can be termed as negotiation skills in professional life. Can be termed as negotiation skills in professional life. Right? So it's actually a process in which two or more individuals or groups which have common but conflicting goals discuss specifically to come to a possible agreement. Usually when we bargain over one or two things, whereas in a organization when people bargain or they negotiate, they would negotiate for a big number of things. Okay, so they don't negotiate for one pen or pencil, they would be negotiating for boxes of it. The aim of the negotiation is to explore the possible situation and find a solution where both the parties can agree. A negotiation is actually a kind of a strategic discussion that takes place between a group of individuals or between two groups. It actually involves parties to try avoid arguing but to reach some form of compromise. Why do we need negotiation skills? We need negotiation skills not only in business environment but also in our personal life. And what is the purpose? The purpose is to try and get benefits, right? Or to try and get services within same or lesser amount of money, right? We try and exchange the skills that we each have and try and work and come to a conclusion where we can employ each other's skills and make the best use of it for the success of our organization. Some of the examples over here, you may note these examples. These are a few examples. You can have any other number of examples of your choice, but these are a few of the examples that I have cited over here. The few examples are fixing on a date for a group project, trying to fix information, deciding on a family car. These are a few personal examples, and then a few agreeing on a project deadline, choosing a new location for your office, etc. Types of negotiation, please mark this as an important question from the exam point of view. Please mark this as an important question from the exam point of view. Types of negotiation, mainly there are two types of negotiation, formal and informal. Formal and informal negotiations. Formal negotiations happen when you as a purchase in charge of a company are trying to bargain and negotiate to reduce the quoted price per piece by some amount. Usually formal negotiations are used in organizations to create efficient working environments and maximum benefiting opportunities for your organization, whereas an informal bargaining would happen in the case where you bargain, you like a piece of clothing and you are bargaining with the shopkeeper for that one dress that you have liked, and that's where it becomes informal in nature. So is the statement true or false? The aim of a negotiation is to explore the situation to find solution that is acceptable to both the parties. By both parties here we mean both individuals or maybe both organizations, etc. You may type your answers in the chat box. We've got two answers over here. One person said true and the other said no. So I'm waiting for a few more answers over here. So please understand the statement carefully. The aim of a negotiation is to explore the situation to find solution that is acceptable to both the parties. Is the statement true or false? So the statement is true. We've got two correct answers over here. So please mark this as an important question. The 6 steps of negotiation. Remember, this is in chronological order, so you cannot change the order in which the steps are there. So step number 1, getting to know one another. Step 2, statement of goals and objectives. Step 3, starting the process. Step 4, expressions of agreement and conflict. Step 5, reassessment and compromise. Step 6, agreement in principle or settlement. Now let's look at each of the step in detail. So getting to know one another. Smoothly, you try and develop a conversation and try to know each other. You should begin with observing and listening to what the other person has to say. It's a thumb rule to begin with a friendly and relaxed note, but business note. Step 2, after the knowing phase, the negotiation flows in with a general statement, and this is what we expect. uh, you try and explore the needs of each other and try that you start with a positive statement. One needs to build cooperation and mutual trust at this point. Next, when you start the process, you start with all the information that you have gained through your conversation as well as your observation and listening. Begin with smaller issues and deal one issue at a time. And what will happen is when you start negotiating, do people agree? No, people will not agree right away. So, what do you do at that moment? You try to look at the conflicts, look at the disagreements, and try to figure out a way how to turn disagreements into agreements. Reassessment and compromise. At some point, one of the party has to let go of certain things and take a step towards compromise. The response should be clearly stated how much will you compromise upon, and it's a good practice to restate what you said to avoid confusion. Then when you agree, affirm the agreement, decide how the final settlement will be done and what kind of approval is required. Usually it means that you have to put things in writing. Remember, when you are dealing for one dress it is okay, but when you are dealing for things in huge amounts, you should always have it in writing, right? And then uh, we have already studied in unit 2, writing becomes more concrete form of what has been spoken. So writing, when you write down the agreement in written form, if the agreement is there, it reduces the danger of misunderstanding between the two organizations. So one needs to build an atmosphere of cooperation and mutual trust during negotiation. Is the statement true or false? I'm waiting for a few more answers. Correct answers. The statement is true. So, basic strategies for negotiation. Please mark this as an important question from the exam point of view. There are three basic strategies. It is known as the win-win strategy, the win-lose strategy, and the lose-lose strategy. Now, let's look at each of the strategy uh, in detail. Please mark this as an important question from the exam point of view, the basic negotiation strategies. So win-win situation occurs, or a win-win situation comes when both the parties or both the organization have good benefit. We are not saying uh, exceptional benefit, but nice benefit, where it comes to a corporation that both the sides compromise on uh, both the sides compromise on things, okay, equally compromise on it, and then it has a win-win outcome, which means that both the parties gain something. Now, in the win lose situation, usually only one side has a little profit, the other side has to let go of maximum of their profits. Mostly, people, when they try to negotiate, they try to create a win win situation, but at times, a win win situation might not occur. So, they may settle with a win lose situation where there is no profit, no gain kind of a situation arising. The lose lose situation is usually avoided by people. People do not people do not wish to have a lose lose situation, so this is not good, because it will not be fair to either of the organizations or parties. So you have to look into it in a way where things are dealt more carefully. All right, so little lose lose situation is what people would try to avoid. So dash outcomes occur when each side of a dispute feel that they have won. So is it win-win, win-lose, or lose-lose? You may type your answers in the chat box. The answer over here is when each side dispute means each of the organization has won or each party feels that they have won. It's a win-win situation. So do's and don'ts of negotiation. Please communicate properly because proper communication is the basic requirement for any kind of conversation or any kind of a deal to confirm. Respect the views of the other person. Recognize and clearly define what you need, what is the problem, and what are the solutions. Try to seek solutions from various sources instead of any one or two. Collaborate to reach a mutual solution. Be reliable and preserve the relationship because you are not supposed to just deal for one time with one organization. You have to deal for longer duration of time, right? You have to maintain a long professional relationship with different organizations. Try to reserve and preserve this relationship. The don'ts: please don't negotiate for the bigger share of the pie. Here by share of the pie we mean don't always think about only yourself and try to take the bigger profit. Try to work with other people as well and try to do an equality in things. Do not use language that creates unfriendliness. Try to make things which not only profit you but also not let the other organization come to a loss. Try and find out the best alternative for your negotiation. Look at things from various perspectives and do not change the negotiations every now and then. After finalizing the negotiation, do make sure that you put it into implementation as well. So, do we have any questions or queries? I take this as a no, so we can move on to our quiz. There you go. I have pasted the quiz link in the chat box. You may start attempting your quiz now. Please make sure you write your class name correctly. Right? You are supposed to start attempting the quiz now. I see you have completed your quiz. So there is one assignment that we need to do, is known as the book review assignment. We'll be discussing that today. review. It's a 10 mark assignment that we need to do. So why a book review? Book review actually gives his opinion about what you read and what you understand. And it is also a chance for the audience to give a response to what has been written. It highlights the good parts of a book, and it also helps promote a book. Uh, it's actually a kind of the link between the writer and the readers or the audience. And book reviews can be parts of newspapers, magazines, blogs, etc. So in the syllabus itself, we have got a few titles or books that have been prescribed for us to read. I'll display. I've been telling you to look at the syllabus. If you have had a look at the syllabus, very good. If you have not, then here are the titles. These are the 10 titles that there are 22 titles. So one at a time, I'll show you the 10 each in each slide. So what you can do is please have a look at the titles right now. We are supposed to select a book by the end of the day. That's why. Let's have a look at the title. I'm giving you some time to look at the title. Please have a look at the next titles. These are the next 10 titles. I'm giving you some time to have a look at it because by the end of the lecture, you are supposed to select a book. I'll be sending a link to you. So have a look at the titles. So these are a few titles that the university has already suggested to us. You may have a look at it and you may select a book from these titles only. So how do you do the book review? So there is a small format that I have devised and you can take help from this format. So first page you have to handwrite. First thing, remember, you have to handwrite this assignment and submit it to me. So you have to have first your information, your name, your full enrollment number, your class, your division, and your semester. Secondly, see this page number I am writing because so that you have an idea about the order. If you still have space in the same page, you may write it in the same page as well. There is no problem. So for second page, you will write the general information of the book. That is the title, the name of the author, publication date, name of the publisher, the edition, the genre. Genre means which kind of book it is. It is comedy, it is tragedy, it is science fiction, it is motivational, etc. Number of pages, special features of the book, the drawings that you have on the cover page that inspire you. And the last thing that you need to write is the ISBN number. The ISBN number is a special number given to each and every book that is published either in a book format or published online as a PDF. It is actually there to find out the book. If you know the ISBN number of any book, you will be able to easily search the book over internet. It is similar to the enrollment number given to students. Third, your book review. This is the actual review that you do. These questions are there to guide you how to write the review. Then you have got your personal opinions about the book. Did you like the book? Did you not like the book? Sometimes you read the book but you don't like it afterwards. So what is your most favorite part? What was your least favorite part? Could you relate to the incidences and the characters in the story? And most of us would always have this opinion, if I had written the book I would change this part. So if you like to change some part, what part would it be? Next, you need to give a recommendation. Remember, we have been talking about feedback and recommendation from unit number 1. We have been talking about recommendation from unit number 1. What kind of a person would like the book? What would be the ratings that you give to the book, etc. I've also got a sample with me. Right? It's a book review sample. So page 1 should look like this because it is a PPT. Okay, you are not supposed to make a PPT right now. You are supposed to write the book review. So my name, enrollment number, semester, and my division and class. Then the book I have selected is Wings of Fire. This book is not in our prescribed list. That is why I have taken this. And I've got the general information about the book with an ISBN number. Then the third portion where you have to do the book review should be in the form of a paragraph where you write a little summary about the book and what are the main things in the book. Then you need to write the parts which you like. So I liked the book, so I wrote about the part which I liked, about where Dr. Kalam, there's an incident where Dr. Kalam mentioned that he wanted to become a fighter pilot. There were 25 candidates who appeared for that interview and there were 8 people who were to be selected and Dr. Kalam stood 9th. And he felt very bad about standing 9 and he decided to visit the Shivananda ashram in Rishikesh, where he met Swami Shivananda. And when he met this person, Swami Shivananda could see that Kalam is said. So to Kalam, his inspiring words were that we are predestined to become whatever it is in life. When the time is correct, it will be unfolded. Now, these words helped Kalam gain trust in his hard work, and this inspires me a lot as well. Because failures are meant to teach us important things, and we know that things will become correct at the moment, they'll become visible. Okay, this is my review of it. Then the recommendation, I would recommend this book to a reader who needs a little support and all. And I've also given 4.5 out of 5 for this book. You can either rate it out of 5 or 10, whatever you feel like. And I also written a quote which is very famous quote by Dr. Kalam, which says, dream is not what you see in sleep, it is the thing that does not let you sleep. All right, this is how I have done my book review. This PPT, I will be uploading this PPT in our Google shared folder as well, and you may have a look at it. These are a few resources which you can use to write your review. All right, they will tell you how to write the review. These are a few useful resources. All right, thank you. Book review is one of our assignments. All right, book review is one of our assignments. So the first thing that you need to do is, to review a book, you first need to select a book. All right, to review a book, you first need to select a book. So what am I doing right now? I am sending you a link. See, I've sent a link to everybody. There you have to fill your name, full name without failure. Please make sure you write the proper name, your name, your enrollment number, your class, the book that you have selected, and the author of the book. I'm giving you 5 minutes of time to fill these details. Give me a minute, I'll show you the name of the books. We're actually supposed to look at the books when I gave you the time to look at it. Okay, but I'll display it again. There are 22 books. Have a look at it carefully. These are the first 10. Then you tell me, you have a look at it, you tell me, and then I'll change the slide for the next 12. These are the next 12 titles. Okay. So I hope you have made your choices. If not, kindly make the choice by 3 p.m. today so that we can move ahead with it. I have already uploaded the PPT For the book review in our shared Google folder, you can see it there. The name of the PPT is book review. By the time you are making your choices, I've already taken your attendance, so don't worry about that part. Right? In case you have any doubt, you can still ask me. It is an assignment. You need to submit it next week. Clearly, remember you are supposed to submit the assignment next week in the next lecture by next Thursday. Okay. With this, we call it a day. Thank you, class. Have a nice day. Thank you.